Alright, so hopefully everything's catching up. Looks like we are once again live, hopefully. Oh, alright. So we have a bunch of stuff we need to get done. So the last time we were here, we were running around like chickens with our heads cut off. So, to recap, we are in a situation where the station has been destroyed. We are trying to recover as much of it as we can and trying to get a ship together. At some point, we're going to try and get a ship together to get off the station. Now, what we need to do is, I realized I have nothing controlling our solar panels out there. So we're going to need to get a solar controller up, and we're also going to need to get the rest of the storage area that we patched into last time pressurized, and that's going to require us going out and getting some work done. Now I want to do this. Since we have a bunch of bottles, we're gonna I can't get to those. Where? These are out on the roof, huh? Oh crap. I still need to patch that in as well then. Alright, which I think then that means we can get to it over here. No. So you're still not patched in either, so yeah, we're gonna have to go out and grab the bottles. Which I could swear we had one. I guess not. Alright, well. Alright, so you're patched in that way, which means you should be there. Let's go out and grab bottles first. Let's see here. Yes? Okay. That gives us a bit of time. Now, that does mean... Okay, so we have the assembler there. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to patch this thing in. Do we have interior plates? We do. Okay. So let's grab... let's grab some pipes. And I need one... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll just go ahead and grab 8 just because. Alright. Now we're burning. We've already burned through one bottle. We've got a second bottle. Alright, so let's get our pipe line in here. What we're going to do is we're going to do it backwards so that way we can get most of this in here first. I'm not really worried about what direction this is all coming in from. We just need to get this done as quickly as possible because we are burning O2 very, very quickly. Alright. Alright, so if we go in here. Come on. Alright, so we should have enough to get this stuff together. Once we have this, and we'll have basically everything piped in together, which is important. Alright, so that is all piped in. We did go ahead and get rid of all of the excess materials that we were talking about last time. Let me show you here really quick. So if you remember, we had like 1,000 food or something like that. And so we've only got really the ice left, some basic supplies. We've got a little bit of stuff over here in the kitchen that we built. We even got rid of like the excess missiles and such. So everything else is stuff that we actually recovered, scrap-wise. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything at this point. So let's go ahead and drop off this stuff. Okay, so that gets us... Our systems are tied into the O2 generators now, so we can actually... Man, burning O2. Okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and get you guys back over. We're going to keep 5 tanks on us. How many plates do I have? Let's go ahead and grab all of the plates. And we're going to head through this way. Alright. And then there's no O2 on the far side of this. This one's actually going, this door is going to come out at some point. But we need to get this kind of stuff loaded up. I'm trying to get these, like the things like the plates in as fast as possible. Alright, so we need to get this repaired. Basically just trying to get this stuff airtight again. You know, clean up the lines a little bit. We'll get all of this done. Okay, so we're just going to do light panels because I don't need them to be anything overly complex. We just need them. We just need these to be sealed off so we can pressurize that room. All right. And then over here, we're going to do the same thing. Anywhere else we need panels. Let's get all this done. Alright, so we do that. Get all this closed. Alright, so in theory, if you guys are pulling any type of O2, alright, so that's a conveyor. So that's a conveyor vent in there, I believe, right? No, that's just a conveyor. Alright, so if we go... I'm thinking... this block. Let's head through here really quick. And what we're talking about. Oh yes, that will work. Okay, so I need. Let's see. I need one of you, and I need an air vent added. Okay. So if we can pull, we're going to put everything into production. And hopefully we will have enough O2 running long enough that we'll be able to pull this stuff through. Alright, so let's drop you out. We're going to drop this thing in. Do I have the parts for that? Oh, I do. Okay. Which means I should then have stuff I need for you, yes? No, I need motors and small steel tubes. Okay. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Hey, Zach, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Happy Tuesday. Okay, we've got the parts we need. All right, so let's... What we're going to do is we're going to end up going out here. We're going to grind down some stuff. Specifically, we are going to grind that down. And then we are going to replace it. Why am I not able to place that? Oh, why can't I place that? What's in our way is... Okay, so you're all attached to the grid, you're all attached to the grid. Okay, so you're all part of the grid. Where are you not? Why does that look like... Okay. Was that what was causing the problem? There was material floating in space. Alright, so does that mean I can get you back in here now?
Energy low.
Okay. Quick! Even with all those air tanks.
Your health is low.
Alright. Let's get ourselves recharged here a little bit. Drago, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Alright. Oh, that was close. Alright, so that means everything should be piped in now. We should actually have access to most of the cargo containers. Yep. Alright, so we still don't have access to those because those are the ones that are damaged over on the other side. We have access to that one. Okay, we don't have access to those guys yet. We do have access to that one. Alright, so we need to go figure out... Alright. So there's a bunch of like small cargo containers we don't have access to, which is fine, there's nothing in them. And really the only thing in here is the ice, which will keep us alive a little bit longer. Alright, so for now, I think what we're going to do is let's go ahead and drop all of our scrap off. We'll let the recycler or the refinery process that. Drop these materials back in here. And Ep02, need to refill all those. Okay. Alright, so we're good for ice for now. At the rate we're burning through O2 though, it's going to be brutal. Alright, so let's go ahead and get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more of these in here since we picked up those rations. Drop those off. How are we doing for food and water? We're okay for food. I think water's okay for now. So I think what we need to do is we need to get the farms online. So I think, actually, do it this way. So we'll drop this out, drop this stuff out, and drop that out. Okay, so now that we have that other area set up, before we do too much with it, I think what we're going to do is we're going to replace some of the floor over here. Let's get through here really quick. Alright. So I'm thinking, since this stuff is, I don't know, because I was thinking it was maybe replace one of these rooms with a with farm space. And since it's the guys up front really aren't doing much for us, they are tied into those. Alright, I think what we'll do is you guys can come out. Actually, before we grind that down, okay, yeah. So what I'm thinking here is that we'll take these guys out and we have a conveyor there, which means we can take these out on either side, yeah. And what we're going to do is we're going to put conveyors in over here. Alright, so conveyors, which I don't have any. Do I have interior plates? Oh, I do. I got some from grinding that stuff down. Okay. So we're going to do that. And then I think we're going to do a couple more over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put like things like the algae farm in. We're going to put... actually, do we have any alien ice? If all I have is regular ice, we don't even have to put the algae farm. Do I want to put algae farms in? I need to check and see if we have materials that'll actually use them. Alright, so... You're piped in now, so we can actually... Yeah. We can do that. I won't take you out. We're going to weld you up as much as we can. Alright. So we need 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay. Yeah, ship integrity would be awesome. We'll go ahead and put those into production. We'll see if we can get this stuff up and running. But yeah, it would be interesting to have something like an integrity system. What was it? Like Osiris does. They basically have conditions that you can apply to your suit. You know, you have like tape that repairs it. We have so few things producing for us. Oh. I might need to head back over and wait for production to catch up with us. Oh. So yeah, once we have this all sorted out, that actually, wait, you can pressurize now, right? Are you pressurizing? I forgot, we can pressurize. So that means those are technically airtight. Interesting. Not sure that's the way that's supposed to work, but okay. I'm not going to argue too much about it. Alright, so... add new level, survival, yeah. Well, what I was thinking is that if it wasn't for space engineers sometimes just randomly killing the engineers, you know, do a hardcore, you know, permadeath thing. But Space Engineers enjoys killing the engineer characters entirely too much at random. So it kind of makes it difficult to do anything with a permanent death, like any type of permadeath involved. Let's grab a little bit more. So now we're just waiting. Basically, we're just waiting for Space Engineers to catch up, or the assembler to catch up. Alright, so since this can now be pressurized, I think we're going to take this one out. This is going to cause us to depressurize that one hallway section. Well, what I'm thinking is that if you were to do that, basically you would have to do it so that it was a suit modification. So even if you died when you respawned, it would cause issues. Alright, and you are like that. So let's go panel. There should be a 45 in here, which is you. Are you a full panel? You are a full panel. Okay, so we're going to take this one out. We're going to weld this one up. And we are going to then say, like that. So I love these panels because they're all like 5 and 6 blocks, or 5 and 6 plates to get anything done. And we want panel. Come on. There we go. There we go. And we're pressurized again. Woo! All right. Okay, so those are so cheap. Absolutely love them. Okay, let's go get power back. So, but yeah, that'd be about the best way that I could think of basically keeping the cheese on it down for respawning. Is that when you respawn, have your suit set up so that it's, you know, worst case condition. You only respawn with, you know, absolute minimums. Like say you have like 10 or 15 power, you know, no oxygen, or like 10% oxygen or something like that. Basically just absolute minimums. So, and that's all stuff that you could actually do in the mod set. So, all right, so we're going to go this way. Down our little hallway of doom. Right. This whole thing is pressurized now. We've got atmosphere through a fairly significant chunk of real estate. Let's see, based off the stuff that I ground down, do I actually have everything I need? Oh, I need motors. Alright, so do we have the stuff to make motors, I guess would be a good question. No, we don't. What do we need? We need nickel. I've got some scrap stuff. Let's see here. Go ahead and drop our scraps in there. And give us a little bit of nickel. Oh, so. I'm going to drop all of those back in there because we don't need them while we're running around in here. Drop that off again. So we got a little bit of nickel. I need one motor, so the hell was that? All right. So let's go look at our farms. What do you guys need? You need motors. Okay, you're just stuff we can get. So the soy farm needs crap. Herb grower. We don't need to worry about the herbs and the soy. We can get those out of the planters. Vegetable grower, apple farm. Okay, so if we do, let's go ahead and grab this. All right, so we're going to put the apple farm here in the middle because we have space for it. It's the only place we have 2 tiles. We do. Don't need the herb. Don't need the soy. Let's do wheat farm over there. What do you think? Vegetable grower. We can. Let's do mushroom farm and vegetable grower. Okay, we only have 2 of those left. Actually, let's clear both of those out. And we want to grab the stuff we need for these guys. And then this one and this one. Okay. Ah! There we go. Alright. Everything is put into production. Small steel tubes. Steel tubes and construction components. Steel tubes and construction components. Alright. Now, I don't have a gravity generator on board the ship, on board of the surviving station. Hey, Soren, how you doing? Give a shout out to the food additives crew? Sure. Hopefully everybody's having a great night over there. Oh. Alright, so you now are online. You are online. So the thing we really need is we need to get this online so that that can work. Alright, so things are slowly coming up to speed here. Ah. Okay, you're functional. That's all that matters. You're not functional. That's a problem. So yeah, we're basically just trying to get enough things online that we can survive. And I probably should do that first. Do you have any motors? No. Okay. So, I guess actually I could. You're functional, so I can actually pull supplies through here. You're now online. You're complete. You're complete. And you're mostly complete. Alright. So I just need you. And are you guys online yet? No. Okay. So basically just grabbing parts as we can. Alright. And one more. There we go. So that is all online. I need lots of motors. Okay. Actually, I'm looking at production. Go ahead and cancel that out. I need what? Like 10? We'll go ahead and queue it up for 20. So you use nickel. You actually use quite a bit of nickel. So we're going to disassemble those. That'll give us some nickel back. Not to be confused with the band. All right. Actually, how many? Oh, I've got a bunch of grids on me too. Okay, so if I break down most of this stuff. I should get enough nickel here. Okay, so go disassemble. We're going to disassemble 10 of you guys. That's going to give me roughly half the nickel I need. Which means I'm going to have to do another 10, which should give me enough for the motors that I need to get that last block online. Alright, so that'll get us our last couple of conveyors online. Which means we should be good for most of the production. Actually, while we're here, do we have gravel? We have 5k of gravel. The only thing we don't have is organics, I think. Yeah, I've got half a unit of organic over there. Okay, so if we've got that, how much organic do we need for food? You need 2 units of organic. You need 2 units of organic. You're 2. It looks like everything needs 2. You need 3 and you need 4. Wow, okay. Alright, so basically we need a lot of organic. Which we're going to be able to get more from by composting. Actually, I can. Production. Assembler. Alright, so we have just enough nickel to get these last 2 blocks online. Okay, so one of the things that we have on board, right, let me show you these things, are these weld pads. Oh, they're fairly inexpensive for a reason, because they get consumed when you use them, but what they will allow me to do is to detach and reattach things without having to grind them down. As you can see, we're running into an issue where, you know, we've had to do enough grinding to keep us alive at this point, but we've gotten to the point now where we're okay on that regards, but we do need to get everything else up and running. So what we're going to end up doing... Okay, so we can actually have... Let's open that up. How's our O2? We don't have any tanks on us. Do we have access to the tanks here? Yes, okay. So what we can do is we can go here. We can go here. We're outside, okay. Alright, so we don't have anything controlling our solar panels. So we need to get that online so we can keep our energy harvesting going. And we have a bunch of material down here. Which what do you guys have? So we can recover quite a bit of material off of these. Alright, and you have a bunch of material on it. Okay, so we've got a bunch of things down there that we can't really use right now. There's more inventory over here. What's over here? This is all habitation, and I don't think there's anything in any of these. I believe we checked all these before. Yeah. Not really anything over here, because I think we looted, yeah, we looted all of this already. Just to double check. Okay. But we have a bunch of things that we can grind down for parts, and I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to start pulling all of this stuff out. Basically grinding that section down and seeing what we end up with for materials, because that will give us a lot of material that we can use to hopefully put a ship of some kind together even if it's just to get like a drone or something going. So let's drop that stuff off, drop that stuff off. Okay. Refill those. We're gonna refill our power. And then we'll go start on the far side of that other wing that's completely separated. Over here, we'll start taking all of this stuff apart because it's a lot of material. Okay, so if we do that, let's come grab the antenna.
Inventory full.
And because that thing is completely detached, we would have to actually merge it back in, which we can do. But I don't want to have to do that if we don't need to. Alright, let's see if that is down there. Materials. Alright, and then we'll grab this.
Inventory full.
It looks like if we over pull materials, we end up with stuff laying out on the ground, which is fine. And we do that. Just basically dropping stuff off so that we can. It's basically just a rinse and repeat process at this point. Take the rest of this down. And just to make things interesting, I think I explained this last time, we do not have the build and repair tool, aka Bob, installed for a couple of reasons. One, it makes it a little too easy because you would just have to run out, paint everything that you had it set to grind, and then just let him grind it down. It takes the fun out of it, right? But also would make building entirely too easy as well. For the same reasons, you basically just run out, throw a couple of blocks down, let Bob weld them up. And that's not much of a survival challenge. Alright, so let's go ahead and drop all this stuff off. Alright, how are we doing for tanks? We've got one tank down, one tank is almost done. Go ahead and grab those back. And we're just, like I said, basically just rinsing and repeating. I'm going to grab the high value blocks first. Basically anything that has things other than just steel plates in them. So like things like the doors and such. And the problem we're running into is that the doors take forever to grind down. I'm going through almost a bottle per door. Alright, so let's grab these. Okay. Grab this. And hopefully not die while we do it. So for the folks that have been asking, I had a couple people ask if I would release this as a scenario. I am actually looking into that. And now that I've cleaned up a bunch of the supplies, the available supplies, makes it a little bit more viable. The one thing that I'm having issues with is trying to get the scenario to load a temporary oxygen consumption mod or change. And so what I may do is to see if I can do that based on the suit. Because you can actually have a mod suit that doesn't have a helmet. There's a setting in the player's SBC file that allows you to change that. If inventory is full, let's head back, go drop stuff off. And we'll see what we end up with material-wise once everything is said and done. How are we doing for tanks? Should be okay for a little bit more. Oh, did it again. But see, we're basically just trying to grab as much of the useful stuff as we can. That actually wouldn't be bad, so we'll come through, strip all those. You've got motors. Yeah, effectively we're looking for things that have stuff like motors in them. Computers and displays, not a bad thing to grab. The iron I'm not too worried about. But like I said, that's kind of easy to get. Alright, so see if I can grab all this before we run out of power or air. Okay, yeah, we're good. Oh. And again, let's drop all this off. Ep02, we're gonna go ahead and refill these guys. So 2 trips over and back, and we're basically out of O2. Alright. But thankfully, we have enough ice around that we'll be able to survive on that aspect, at least. What do we have? Let's go in here, and I want to go wheat farm. I want you to grow 1. Apple farm, I want you growing at least 1. Planter's already gone. Mushroom farm. I don't remember how much each of these things provide. Okay. Now I do need to get an emergency rations kit online. Oh. Maybe we'll put that over here. But the problem is that it's small grid only. So what I need is a spot that I can drop a rotor in, and then we'll replace the rotor head. So I'm thinking if we do drop view, we're just going to do a basic rotor. I need steel plates for that. Oop, helps if I do this properly. Let's grab that. No. Alright. Incomplete. You are going to be the survival rations rotor. That way we can find it. And we are going to have it attach a small head so that we can put the survival kit on it. You, okay. You need interior plate for those. got much there. Okay. Check. Those are our inputs. You know what? It doesn't need to be pretty. It just needs to work. Okay. Alright, so go ahead and put those into production. That gets us our emergency kits, which is important because that means we'll be able to actually produce emergency rations. I just have to manually load it. That's the annoying part, but that's okay. Okay, so now we have that. Let's just go ahead and weld it up so that it has the best chance to survive. And you need for water, you need ice and iron, gravel and ice. Okay, so let's go grab ice. Can I grab? Oh, there we go. We can grab that. And how much iron do I have? I have a bit of iron. There's 5K there. Let's go ahead and grab 500 iron. And I need gravel is the other thing I need. Everybody's grabbing some gravel. Let's grab another like 500. Yes, your emergency rations, you're basically eating dirt. Gonna keep you alive. But, so, okay, so that's that. We're actually okay at this point. Let's go in here. These take a while to produce. Let's, actually, how much water do I have? Yeah, I've got 50 water there. We're gonna 140. So let's go for. Let's go ahead and crank out 50 of these guys. That's gonna take all of our gravel. We'll do the same for the rations. All right, and we'll just let that run. Now, next up, I need a block to take care of those guys, which we're going to go ahead and get set up. Can I put you here? Go ahead and take this stuff out, I guess. Which means I can take the door out. No. Oh yeah, okay, passage is fine. Because let's be honest, if something happens and the this corridor depressurizes, we're kind of screwed anyway. So I'd rather have the parts. Okay. And drop this stuff, all of this stuff off. Okay. I need to bring one of these guys online here. And let's go ahead and add that. Can I pull? I hate the fact that these things do take a motor. That is what it is, I guess. Okay. So let's get you online. We're gonna grab a script. Solar alignment. Okay, that should be. All right. Alright, well, it looks like solar panels are trying to get aligned. Okay, that gets us pretty good. And I want to put a seat in. I just need a place where I can sit down and be able to see the exterior of the station, which will help a bit in our future planning. So if we do that. There you go. All right. Okay, so this is what our station's looking like right now. We've been able to reconnect two major sections. The section that we are currently in is this one, obviously. And we've added this section, which has refineries and quite a bit of large cargo in there. And that entire thing is now pressurized. The wing across from us on the left side, basically we just need to grab a couple more pieces out of it, and then that's just metal parts left over. And then we have the other side where we have assemblers and like the upgrade modules and such for it. So what I'm thinking is we'll grind down these two wings, and then try and build some kind of tug that we can get the reactors back on the grid. Which means we're going to basically have to clean out all of that stuff in the middle and those two wings. Alright. So we've got a bunch of space. Let's refill our suit oxygen. Okay. And so what we're talking about here is we're going to have to grind basically all of this stuff down. So we're going to clean this up. So the problem is I don't really have a way of building a drone right this second. Because what I'd like to do is build maybe a small grid drone that has a couple of grinders on it, and like either a medium or a large cargo container. Probably a large cargo container. And then basically have it come through here and just grind all the stuff down. Now I could probably set up a grind pit. So I need to be careful because all of the stuff is free floating, and so if I nudge it, it's going to go flying off. And that stuff we might be able to get useful parts out of. I mean, there's a lot of stuff just kind of floating around here. Hey John, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm watching my O2 tanks just drop every couple of seconds. Oh. Alright. So we're slowly cleaning up the area around the... What I'm wondering is if I have the parts to make a hangar. I mean, I know we wouldn't be able to build hangar doors. But having a space that we could actually build a ship in would be beneficial. Okay, that's not good. Let's come up. Ow. Let's come up here. Drop stuff off again. Also need to refill my bottles. Alright. Let's drop all that off. See, what I'm really worried about is because of the rotation of the solar, is I'm worried the main station's going to start rotating out of position. Because as you can tell, we're no longer on the same plane as the rest of the debris. So for the stuff that isn't nailed down, it's going to be an issue. You've got some ice. Let's go ahead and grab that. I was hoping that they would have algae in it, but basically if I can get some, if I have some alien ice somewhere, I can get some algae to start the process of basically building algae simply to sacrifice it for organics. But we've got regular food. I mean, we do have enough food to keep us alive for right now, and we have the emergency rations kit online.
Energy low.
Put a cargo outside the door. Yeah, we can do that. So the only reason I haven't is because they require motors, and we're having problems getting the motor parts. We don't have a ready supply of nickel anywhere nearby, and so that's a concern. Alright, so like the only motor part, we've only pulled motor scrap. Let's go ahead and get the rest of this stuff off. But yeah, I definitely agree. I think having a cargo box out here would be helpful. And eventually that's going to be replaced anyway. Okay, let's see if we have the parts to make if we have parts to make a small cargo box. Let's do this. Go ahead and drop all this stuff off. Alright, we're gonna do cargo. I just want a small one. It doesn't have to be anything massively impressive. Of course, it would help if I remember to add it. Hey, okay, we do. Okay. And we'll recharge. Actually, I need to grab food and water really quick. Let's grab two of you, and probably two of you. Gives me 20 food and a bunch of water. Okay. That'll get my food up into the 80 area, so we don't have to worry quite so much about that. There it goes. All right. Hey, Captain, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. You need to upgrade your Dell. Hey, man, SSDs are nice. Total storage space is what really matters, though. Grab that. And that should get us close to 100. Yeah, okay. Alright, so slowly but surely things are opening up and at the same time getting more cramped in here. Alright. Alright, so we said a cargo box, and I think we're going to put it right here. Now this has the added bonus that if we turn the center area into a hangar, we can actually put a connector or even another cargo box on top of it. What are you? Ooh, algae sample. Okay, that works. That's something that we can actually start harvesting. You got a bunch of parts down here. A lot of the growers too. It's a shame we didn't end up with more algae. Alright. Have to keep using the cleanup? Yeah. Three terabytes? Oh, now the question is, do I humble flex? I have found doing YouTube stuff, more storage is always better. I have an external drive that's 8 terabytes for footage store, like deep storage. And then let me see, I just added, oh, I can't say just, I recently added, I want to say 4 terabytes SSD as a secondary drive. Or 6 terabyte drive. Basically I have like 4 or 5 terabytes on one drive. And then have a couple of small terabyte, like single terabyte drives. Like, gotta save up for the big ones. Half a slab bigger than the steel block. Yeah, that's always rough when you realize the space you're working with in real life is smaller than the space that you have available in Space Engineers. Oh. Alright, so I think this gets us most of the space out here cleaned up. System's over 10 years old. Hey, the fact that you can even play Space Engineers. Am I out of Ep02 completely? I'm completely out of Ep02. Ah, crap. Which way am I heading? I'm going this way. Alright. Well, that was getting terrifying. Okay. Let's drop all of that off. Now, that's algae. We don't have a composter on board, but I don't need one. I do need an algae farm then. Okay, so if we do... algae, what do you require? Because I think you just require algae and ice. I don't think it requires... It might require bio. I don't remember. Alright, so let's add you. We're going to head over... Oh, wrong way. We're going to head over into our farming... What's become our farming and storage wing. Everything is pressurized, makes this so much nicer. All right. Let's see if we can... There we go. Alright, we're going to do... Ooh, something big spawned in. It just hung up a little bit. Alright, so... we will put you right there. Get this welded up. Yes, we do have toilets to seed the farm. Production. Okay, so you need 10 organic to get started. Alright, so... But you only need one thing of that. So what we're going to do is let's go for 10 for now. It's going to pull the algae that we need. Organic, it's pulled the ice, so it just needs organic at this point. And that's 10 organic. That's a lot of organic. And one planter. Alright, so that is going to mean that we need... I actually have to go over into the other wing anyway because... I need to get a bunch of stuff running anyway, so let's go ahead and drop this stuff off to refill. Go ahead and pick this back up. Get our health back, get our power back. That's very true that you can actually fit a bunch of stuff in. Hey Jeremy, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. You're not actually... I keep forgetting you're not tied into the grid. Oh. Okay, so... let's grab a bit of food. We're going to exploit the mechanic a little bit. We're going to grab that, actually. Grab all of that. Okay. We're going to put this stuff in here. I hate doing this, but food. Well, actually, you know what? Before we do that too much, we want that. We're going to burn through this first, and then this. Alright. So what we'll do is we'll get the food down to the point where it's about ready to be empty. There we go. Okay. And then we do that. That gives us 100% food. Mining carriage. And we're going to rinse and repeat this a few times, because we need to get 10 organic for the algae farm to start. Once we have the algae farm online, we can actually get everything else. It's just we have to get that first cycle going. And that first cycle is horrible. Because normally... Normally, we would be on a planet, and you can at least get organic from the grasslands biome. But we're going to have enough to get enough bio together in order to get this to start. But we're going to do our best. I may end up actually doing some of this off-camera work, because that's just basically going to be consuming food repeatedly. And once we get into the point where we're doing this with rations, that's going to hurt. It basically takes 10 seconds to get 10% of your food back. Alright. We're doing this as fast as we can. Living in a pollen farm? Yeah. It's never good. Especially if you have allergies. Alright. What I may do is I'm going to have to get a composter online too. So what we'll do is after this cycle, what I'll do is I'll take a look and see what we need for the composter. There. Okay, so what do we need for that? Composter. Do we have the parts we need for it? Interesting. That is a big. Huh, shows up as a... Why are you showing up as that? Interesting. All right, you know what? Composter's on that list, so we'll do it this way. There we go. All right, so we've got everything we need for the composter, right? Oh. All right. Crap. All right. Let's try that again. All right. There we go. If I can get this up to like 5, I think with the composter, we'll be able to get a bit of organic back. I don't remember how much organic we get back from each of the algae. Algae to produce, you know, significantly more. We'll see how this works. Alright. Power grid's actually doing well. The reason it's only 1 day is because we're running exclusively off solar right now. The batteries should be... Actually, let me check the batteries to make sure, but our batteries should be fairly well charged. Yeah. Our batteries are completely charged. I got the program block up and running so that we could actually get our solar tracking again. So we were able to get all of our batteries capped. Alright, so get this in here. How are we doing? We're up over 5 organic. We'll get the composter online here in a moment. See, I don't really want to use this because you get like food and health and everything. So I'd really rather not use that if I don't need to, but go ahead and do that. Alright, so how much organic did we end up with? We ended up with 5.5. You've got the other 0.5, so we're going to grab that. That gives us 6. Let's grab components. We're going to head over to our farm area. We're going to put in the composter. Which I think we're going to put the composter there. Alright. And then for the folks who end up using this particular mod, this is the Eat, Sleep, Drink, Repeat mod. If you put a composter in, which is from the Algae Life Tech mod, which works with this mod, you want to turn the conveyor off before it gets welded up, because otherwise the composter ends up pulling a bunch of stuff out of your grid. Basically anything that it can eat to turn into compost, into organics, it will. So if you've got algae on the network or ice, it does all sorts of just fun stuff. All right, so if we do that, I want... You've got one, and I don't, like I said, I don't remember how much you get back from this. Okay, so actually, it's organic is what we're looking for. So you get 0.9 for each one. Oh man, okay. Do we have anything that we can try sacrificing and see? Let's see. I want to check and see what we need for things like wheat farm. You need 2. Apple farm needs 1. How many apples do we have? Okay, we actually have let's see, do you return anything? That gets us up to 7. Alright. No, I don't want the wheat farm growing. Hey, give me that. Damn it, who grabbed my organic this time? Algae farm. Mushroom farm. No. Oh, everything should be going to algae. I need that to get the algae going. So, because each one of these will end up producing like 50 or something like that. We're 7-1. That'll give us to 8. Alright, let's go in here really quick. Apple farm. Get rid of you. Wheat farm actually might not be bad because that would produce a lot of wheat. And I need 2 for that. If I do that... And it looks like that may have already grabbed it. No. All right. Yeah, so I think that's going to be the best deal. So if we only need 1 to produce, I'll tell you what, let's cancel out of all that. Why do I seem to be drifting away? Is the station moving? I think the station's moving again. Alright, let's go in here. We're going to production. We're going to tell all of our farms to cancel whatever you're trying to produce because you're causing problems. You've already... You can grow away. Let's get rid of both of you. Alright, so that should be the only thing producing now. Alright, so if we go in here, we go grab some algae. We're going to grab 2 of these. So 0.14 per. And we're at 9. Do I have anything? So I need one of those. I need two of those. Mushrooms are the only thing I can think of that I don't need anything other than organics, I think. Alright. Where is our mushroom farm? So you just need two organics. Let's grow one. I'll sacrifice the two organics to it. Because I don't remember what it outputs. If it outputs enough to get more than two organics back from it, then it's fine. That's the question. Let's head back this way. Composters online, so we can actually do everything from over here now. And playing Rising World. It's a fun game. Hey, no worries, Jago. Sorry for the problems, man. Hope you have a fantastic day, though. That's, let's check to see here. It should be almost done. Things take forever to grow. Okay. Well, while we're waiting for those to grow, let's go out. We'll finish cleaning up some of the space down here because all of this needs to basically come out. Yeah, no smoking. Yeah, no joke. Alright, so I'm not going to take... Actually, you are completely disconnected, so yeah, we'll go ahead and grab this. What I'm thinking is, what I may do is build a large room in the middle that we can build in, that we can build our small ship in. And then we'll figure out, basically maybe cut like one of the walls out or something like that. So there will be a door between that room and everything else. We'll have an air vent in there we can depressurize. I'll probably put an oxygen tank in it too, just so that we can store the O2 before we depressurize the whole thing. Actually, what do you have? Oh, you're 100% full. Okay. I'm thinking then we will drop that Alright, so if we take this off, what we need is something that can pick this up and move it over for us. And what I'm thinking is we'll do a weld pad right here. And these are basically merge blocks. What they do is once they're welded up, let's grab, just need one. Actually, I need two, because I need one for the other side too. So what will happen is that if we go, where is it? Here. And I think I want that to go that way. So if we grab this thing with a ship, we can actually bring it over, bring it in, and when they get close enough, it has a small magnetic field when they get into touch. Basically, they have to be touching, and it'll merge the blocks together as though they had been built on the same grid at the same time. We'll do that. We can drop all this stuff off over there. We'll go O2 really quick. But that frees up a rather significant amount of space out here in the middle. Well, I don't want to call it a hangar because of the fact that it won't actually be sealed. I generally try not to call a hangar unless, you know, you actually have the ability to seal it off. But I'll call it a proto-hangar. A construction room, even. Dry dock might be better. Since it's it's open air, non-secure area. Okay, so... And we've already said this entire section's basically going away. Yeah, I guess we could technically call it a roof shutter. I'm just not sure how much room we're gonna have. I need something attached to the grid though that we can actually attach the ship to. Right, so why is it I can't build that? Oh, it's because it's wrong plate or wrong block. All right. And then that's going to come up one to there because we're going to have a connector in there eventually. And this will. All right. And this will end up being come out, I think. All right, and that, yeah, that works. All right, so if we do that, and we go from here. Oh, crap. Actually, you know what? That's entirely too many too many plates. I think we're just going to go with half blocks on these. Hell. You know what? Let's just do panels. We'll leave that. What we'll do is we'll do the panels over here. Light armor panel. I mean, they are technically airtight once they're sealed. And it's one less thing that I really have to worry about. There you go. That gives us plenty of room. Oh, quick. Alright, let's hop in here really quick.
No energy.
While we're sitting here, let's take a look and see if our mushrooms are up. They are. Okay, so we're gonna, in the composter, we're gonna drop one. Hey, before we do that, cancel. So our organics, right? Exactly 7 kilograms. So let's go composter. We're going to drop 1. That gives us 0.2. So if we drop, let's drop 9 more in here. So the question is do we get at least 2 organics out of the mushrooms? Because if we get at least 2 organics out of the mushrooms for half the mushrooms produced, then that will solve our organic issue. And with the way that it's going, it looks like we might get that. So, because we started with 7, we dropped 10 mushrooms in there. We got 9, so yes, half the mushrooms come back for the amount of organic that we put in. So we can double our organic that way. All right, so that'll give us 1 organic. So if we go ahead, all right, so let's go ahead and drop 2 organic in here. This one becomes composter. And then in here we go into mushroom farm. We have it produce another one. That'll give us 4 more organic. Okay. And the algae, that'll bring that back up to 9 or thereabouts, right? Yeah, that should bring it back up to 9. Okay, so yes, we have figured out a way to solve our organic issue. That's good. Which means food is not going to be an issue much longer, hopefully. Okay, so how much food do I have left? We'll drop all this stuff off. How many plates I have? I've got a bunch of plates. I probably shouldn't worry about plates then. Ep02. We are running into supply issues of a different nature, so alright. Alright, so this means we need a gear. Flip you over. Alright. Make sure you're actually stuck. You're stuck. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we're going to try and keep this thing as compact as possible. We want cockpit. What is our cheapest cockpit? You are probably going to be our cheapest cockpit. I mean, you're at 422, only 2 motors. You're one motor, a bunch of steel plates, but you are glass and displays. Computers. So... I'm wondering if we can get... Oh. Interesting. Is that a surfboard? What is that? It's a surfboard. I'm kind of curious. It's a surfboard. I mean, it's actually a surfboard. What do I need for that? I need a construction component. Alright, we're building a surfboard. Come on. Alright, so if we do a surfboard... You know what's sad is that thing is actually more expensive than a cockpit. Or it's as expensive as a cockpit. I'm wondering if it operates, if it's actually a passenger seat or if it's a... because it says it's a passenger seat. What do I need for a remote? So we'll plan a remote in here as well. You are... Can I put that on the back? I can. But I need interior plate. Okay. Let's grab some plates. Do I have interior plate? Yeah, they're there. And so we'll put an interior plate on the back of this thing. And I don't need no two generator. This is literally going to be just a system with a couple of thrusters and a battery, I think. Let's grab some batteries. It will work quite well right there. And we can put a thruster on the front, thruster on the back, one on either side. And I will split the difference with one up and one down. The question is do I have the parts to make thruster components? I don't know. Alright, so... Okay, so let's go into the refineries. We're going to have these port everything over because I think we don't have platinum. Yeah, we don't have any platinum. Alright, so that means we're going to need no two generator, and then we'll need an oxygen tank. Okay, so if we do this, and I need no two generator, and that, having the station basically be free floating, really concerning. Because it's like you're sitting here and you can feel the things moving, like if you look at the station there. Because it's trying to track the sun. So if we go 7... Oh, I'm thinking... If we do... that... Oh, that was an oxygen tank. Okay, so... to that. And then again, we just need basically propulsion out. Actually, no, I need that to be hydrogen, not oxygen. All right, so if we do this then, where we say, actually, are you gonna show up as small hydrogen tank? Ah, crap. Man, we burned through oxygen so quick. Didn't I just fill all those? Alright. Okay, so we need a hydrogen tank. That's gonna go... You know what? Let's do hydrogen tank like that, and we'll do another one here. And then we can put the O2 generator on the back of that, which is going to be you. All right, so that can attach there. That goes that way. Those will feed those two tanks. We can put a gyro on here. Let's get this out of here. And that means we'll have lateral thruster, lateral thruster. I'm gonna need something to feed. Probably have that come back and around. Or so if we take you out, you're okay, right? Yes, okay. So if we do that, is there a way for me to feed? I could feed power down there by using conveyor. Let's grab our small conveyor here. So if I did that, we could have vertical lift, descent. We go here and here. That'll feed through that way. And then, all right, so let's grab you. So you'd end up with thruster there, there, and there. For retro, we could do thruster there, and we just need forward, which I think what we'll do is we'll do this. Hey, it's janky, but it'll work. All right. I may have to pull some stuff out to weld things up, but that's okay. And then the O2 system will go there. All right. I may need to pull those last couple of sections off, but all right, let's see how this works. And get this welded up. Ship hold. Okay, that's rather entertaining. I mean, look at this. I'm surfing. Woohoo! Alright, so... Yeah, like I said, I don't know if this actually counts as a control seat. It does control thrusters. Okay, we don't need the remote block then. We'll leave it on there just because it's kind of funny to have a remote block on it. So let's get you, and you welded up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here, we're going to drop off all of our supplies. Whoop. Let's go over to, yeah. Alright. Can't withdraw 20 power cells. There we go. That's okay. We can make do with everything else. I just need to make sure that my connections are where I think they are. They are not. They're all on the same side. Alright, so if your connections are down there, that means I need to flip these over.
Energy low.
Which means that's going to go either higher or lower. Which is fine. Long term? Ah, crap. Alright, so we need you. Thank you. Okay. So we want you to go up that way. Which means that's going to come out, that's going to come off, that's going to have to come off as well. Alright, so that actually makes some of it a little bit easier. So they're going to be connected there. That's going to connect through. That'll connect through. Okay. Alright, so that's all connected through. Now we go to O2. We're going to swap the tank for the generator. You're going to go that way. So you actually connect in. Alright. Which means we can then have this drop down. And that'll be there, and then we'll have a thruster pointed out the back end here. Alright. So is there anything that we can't get to right this second? I don't think so. Alright, so you're fully welded up.
Energy critical.
No, you're correct. 5 shrooms to 1 organic. Alright, so we're going to go queue up the stuff that we need there, and then we are going to pull, because we're going to have to wait for everything to catch up to us. So the only thing that I'm going to need is I'm going to need to take that out so that I can get you, and you. Yeah, let's head in. See if we can get this thing up and running before we finish the live stream today. Hey Thomas, welcome to the stream. And yes, for every 20 mushrooms, you get 4 organic back. Fact. Okay, so we want you to go that way. And while it is doing that, we're going to have you, we're going to pull 2 out of there again. And we're gonna tell it, mushroom farm, come here, buddy. I need you to produce another one. So once this gets up to 10, this will produce some algae, and then we'll take a look at the algae and see what the algae produces. So mushrooms are probably the cheapest way of doing this, but I need to know how much does 1 unit of algae produce for the reproduction on it, and then when we take that and we run it through the composter, what are we getting back on it? I need to know what the return is on it. Let's hop in here really quick. While we're here, we'll go ahead and I've got 1 soup left, but I don't have any water. Alright, so let's get our health charged up really quick. Yeah, the panel blocks are ridiculously cheap. And for them being airtight, that's rather amazing. O2. So yeah, we're burning through O2 really quickly. Alright. I'm going to drop all this stuff off. Now the big thing with... I need to get gravity online. The big thing with the... what is it? Not the mushrooms, but the algae. That requires a ridiculous amount of stuff. All components are successfully withdrawn. We're not going to finish welding up that battery quite yet. I want to make sure we have all of this done first, because I do not want to have to sacrifice battery components for any reason. Alright, so... okay, we'll be able to get all of that, and we need you, you, and you. All components pulled, that's good. Alright, so that's, we've got lateral thrusters, reverse thrusters, and we're going to have our primary propulsion thruster, small thruster, down here. Alright, so I need... I need one of you. But yeah, not having gravity on board is making this really awkward. So I need some plates. Let's grab some plates out of there. Yeah, keep throwing them back in here. We were going through 2.5 bottles of oxygen on here. I have to admit, I don't think I was clearly thinking when I decided to do this challenge. Okay, so if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So that's lateral. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why do I feel like that's not right? 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be 6. So we've got forward, backwards, left, right. Oh, I don't have one for down. That's the one I'm missing. No, I've got down. up is the one I need one facing downwards. Alright, so that is... You come out. Unfortunately, it means I'm... Make sure you're all welded up. Okay. So I need... you. Then I need you. And you. Alright. I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm miscounting something here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you. Metal grids. I don't know if I have enough items to put all of this into production, but we'll find out. We get as much of this done as we can. It is fun, yeah. It ended up being more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be. I'm not gonna lie. So like I said, I had a bunch of people asking if I'd release it as a scenario, and I'm working on doing that. Alright, so let's go in here really quick. Let's grab all of these, turn those off. You can't call that's a name that'll get me in trouble. Surf Rider, or no, Solar Surfer. There we go. I don't think that name's trademarked. Probably is, but that's okay. Why am I taking damage? Am I out of oxygen already? Oh crap, I'm already out of oxygen. Sheesh. Yeah, being able to produce plates or bottles, tanks, whatever you want to call them, that has been probably the only really saving grace. And the fact that we found a couple early on was rather nuts. So, I think... Oh, we can bring it all online. Okay, which means then... Let's go ahead and get this in. That in. And yes, I know that there's probably a better way to do all of this. But I'll take what I can get. Alright, so... What's this? Challenge, use only stone for ore with a mod that gives you a little bit of all ores. Actually, you don't need to mod that anymore. The refineries now actually give basic ore. And I want ice. No. So what you would really be doing at that point is really just limiting yourself as far as where you're pulling the ore from. So that's all powered on. That's powered on. That should be good. Okay. Hydrogen tank is filling up. Hydrogen tank is filling up. Landing gear is the only thing incomplete. That's okay. All of that's going to come off there in a second. And the only other thing I need is a connector. And this will allow me to charge batteries and everything else. Now, I don't know if I actually have the parts for it, but we'll find out here in a second. Hey, I have the parts for it. Okay. This right here is going to make our lives so much easier. Alright. Okay, so let's get inside. We're gonna refill all of our tanks. Did I? Huh. I never finished welding that all the way up. So the big problem with using only stone is that there's material that you need in order to be able to do certain things that you don't get, because you don't get cobalt from stone. So if you did, there is one mod that I can think of that does you get trace amounts of all of the planetary ores, so no platinum and no uranium. I don't know if you get gold out of it though. But you need all of the materials at various points. So yeah, I mean, it just comes down to the scale, how fast can you scale up your mining operations to basically harvest and process as much stone as possible, as quickly as possible. I could see it being an interesting challenge. But yeah, it really would just come down to how fast can you scale your mining operations up. Alright, so if we do all that, let's cut you loose. And we're going to go do that, and that. And that's just to give us a little bit of protection so we don't slam the battery into things when we're not paying attention, because you know it's going to happen. All right. All right, zoom in. Woohoo! Okay, this is just ridiculous. Okay. Oh. Whee. Alright. So what I want here is we're going to put another connector on. I need to set you. Yeah, there we go. We want that to be disabled. We're going to grab parts here for this. All components withdrawn. And that's not a battery mod. That is actually the DLC for the Broadside 2-pack. That's the new Broadside battery. That is technically vanilla via DLC. Yeah, I know, right? Jet ski? Woohoo! Alright. Let us in the control panel and turn that off. For those who don't know, if you don't turn that off, you risk having small grid ships explode on impact, because the gravitational field is based off of large grid. So a small grid with very small mass gets pulled in very quickly. Alright. Whee! Okay. Let's go. We're gonna keyboard this up just so we can. We're gonna go here. Do that. We're gonna switch lock. And we're gonna call this board connector, just because we can. Or I should say Warfare 2, I think, is the actual name of the DLC pack now. Alright, so we do that and that. Okay. We now have a ship. It's not much of a ship, but it works. I mean, we can even, oh, you know what I could do? I could be a right, oh, I could do it. I don't have the ways of making ammo for it, but I could do it. I could put these on here. Autocannon or assault cannon. Let's do... assault cannons are fun. Here we go. We could put 2 of these on here. How's that for frightening? Look at that. That's so wrong. Can I still stand on? I can. Oh, that is hilarious. I'm gonna leave them on there just because. Oh, but the fact that you can pipe those in is just, oh, chef's kiss on that. Look at that. I could even put 2 small cargo containers on the back to store ammo for them. Oh, it's just, unfortunately the ammo for them is explosive. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Alright, close you off. Come back in. Okay. We have a working ship. We have recovered the large portions of the station. Oh, you know what I didn't do yet? I didn't show you the weld pads. Let's do the weld pad. Okay, so we will do that, that, and that. Okay, so let's see. Because we were talking about getting that oxygen tank onto the grid, especially since it's full. Hey, look. What are you? Ooh, ammo. Okay, yeah, we'll come back for you. Where did the oxygen tank go? Oh, there it is. It's over there. Look at how far everything has gone. Ah, crap. Come here. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here.
Help low.
Oh. Alright. But look at how far the things have drifted just while we were here. Remember that oxygen tank was mostly in line with the rest of the station. Oh, ow. Let's not do that again. Alright. And now it's way the hell over here. Alright, let's zoom in so we can see what we're doing here. So that little pad... Oh, I need to do the landing gear. Let's put the landing gear on here. Okay, where's that pad? The pad is there. Alright. Let's get the landing gear on here. See, I was having so much fun with that cannon. The idea of the cannon. There. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this thing so that that pad can be placed on here with the air tank going back that way. I think the easy way to do this is going to be basically grabbing it the way it is. Alright, so if we do... Basically, we're going to use this thing as a tug. We're going to switch lock. And I want to grab this as far away as possible. Okay. So now we're going to go forward a little bit, come down, and let's rotate this beast around. Ugh. Okay, so if we do that, and we need to roll this thing. For those who have never seen this mod, this thing is awesome. It is, if you ever want to give yourself a challenge, use this. What this mod will let you do is actually detach complete blocks. And then you can build these weld pads and move things around using ships or cranes and a bunch of other things. So if you ever really want to get into like the engineering challenge stuff, where you actually have to figure it out, and see, it'll actually tell you when you get close what your orientation needs to be for this thing to fit. And so what you're looking for is to get this in as close as possible. We detach from it. And that tank is now on that grid. Oh, the spotlights for the war pack? Yeah, those are actually kind of cool. Alright, so we now have that tank. We've been able to recover it. Now I need a large, if I want to pull that beast in, I'm going to need a large grid ship. I'm going to actually need a rather large grid ship. Let's go, yeah. But this gives us a whole lot of functionality we did not have before, and makes it so that we can actually kind of survive. What I need to do is put a cockpit on it. Once I get a sealed cockpit on this thing, we'll be in a much better situation. The only reason I didn't do it was because this was technically cheaper by a couple of motors. Alright, so we can do that. We can get off that thing. But we have a working ship. The weld pads have worked. And I think that's going to do it for us for today. So I'm going to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you, and I am apparently dying again. Quick. Get in here. Oh. 9 health. Oh, we're burning through oxygen really quick. But yeah, so I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you. Hopefully you got to see some things that you haven't seen before. I have to say that surfboard is hilarious. But yeah, we're gonna be replacing that in the near future. The fact that we now have the ability to get around a little bit faster is good. We'll put some cargo on it probably. Basically, we're gonna be modifying that as we go. But for now, I think that's gonna about do it. So I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we will see you back here tomorrow for the Red Ship series. And I may do this one again on Thursday, but I think I'm going to leave it on Tuesdays. So we'll just do this once a week. Mainly because of the fact that this is really stressful. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Hope you all have a fantastic day, and we'll see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. I don't have it set up to do it. I have to set it up to do it. Let's see. There you go. Aw. It doesn't want to do it. Aw, too bad.